Premiere 2026 just dropped the Object Max tool, and it's GG, man. Fuck my ex for real.
We don't need that shit.
So today we'll be going over 5 insane effect ideas we can use with this new tool. First, you're gonna wanna learn how to use the Object Max tool, like, yeah, obvious. So make sure you're using the 2026 version of Premiere. Now, duplicate your video with an Alt and drag. You want 2 of these. Now grab your Object Max tool. Now look at this shit, dude. Boom, like so perfect. Never again. Then you head over to your effect controls and you track mask forward. Once that's done, you move the Object Max from your on-side max to opacity. Look at that. Now we're gonna right click and nest this bad boy. Then you duplicate the layer again. I'm gonna show you the effect we'll be replicating from my freeze frame pad. 360 left. To make this effect, go to your effects and get all set. Oh shit, this is Thug. My bad. I guess they kind of look alike.
That's gotta be racist.
Now drop offset on the middle layer. Start a keyframe on Shift Center 2. To move for 5 frames, hold Shift and use the right arrow key. But we're gonna move for let's move for 30 frames. Next, we'll go back to effect controls and move the X values a couple of times. Now for the last one, we're just gonna line it up with Thug. Select both keyframes, right click, temporal you know what I mean. Now click on this drop down, grab the second point and make it level with this line over here. For the first point, just drag it up. We want to make it look like a sloping hill. We're doing this so the animation starts fast, then slows down at the end. To finish the look, grab a directional blur. Ew, not that one. Legacy, baby. Direction 90. Start a keyframe on blur length. Move forward a little bit. We want it like almost kind of in the middle of the other keyframes. And change it to, I don't know, like a 40. Then you move forward and change it back to 0. 1 down. Our next effect is going to be a transition, okay? Grab the max tool. This time I'm selecting the car and Thug. Track forward once again and drag the max to opacity. Looks like I forgot to duplicate the layer. Okay, so we're just going to do that now. It's not big deal. On the bottom layer, delete the mask, then nest the top layer. From the start of the video layer, we're gonna move 15 frames to the right. Now you just trim the bottom to the playhead, then move the whole thing. Make a cut, and we'll be making this bounce flash effect. So you head over to effects, grab your transform, where the hell? Oh, right there, boop. Now in your effect controls, turn off use composition shutter angle. We're gonna change the shutter angle to 250. Then start a keyframe on the scale and change it to 10. Move 2 frames forward and change the scale to 100. At this point, it doesn't matter how many keyframes you make, just move forward a little bit and change the figures to higher and then lower. The only thing that matters is that the last keyframe should end with 100. Now add a brightness and contrast from effect to your clip. Start a keyframe on brightness and the same rules pretty much apply. Just do whatever and make sure the last keyframe ends with a 0. That's so sexy. You can get both of these freeze frame presets and a lot more insane ones in my freeze frame presets pack. Check it out right now and get 10% off. Links are in the description. Now, effect number 3 is a flicker effect. To get this to work, you need to have a video layer that's just an empty background. Grab your second clip, put it over the black background and make it 5 frames long. I'm pretty sure I don't need to explain how to use a max tool anymore. So when you're done masking, nest it and in effect, add a tint. And in your effect controls, change the map black to white. Now move 1 frame and make a cut. Delete the second and the 4th one and bada bing. Yo, it just occurred to me that we could also add a Gaussian blur to give it like a soft glowy look. Alright, so the 4th one is gonna be an intro. Now this is just regular text, okay? Regular. Duplicate the video layer and place it over the text layer. We're going to do the whole max thing. Once you've done that, then you duplicate the text layer and in effect controls, turn on, I don't know how to say this word without it sounding dirty. Turn on the stroke. Then you use the eyedropper tool and click on whatever the color of your fill. Turn off the fill. Change the value of the S word to 5 and that's pretty much it. Now this is a Christian editing channel. We don't use words like that over here.
Slow down, baby.
Still a Christian channel, but I would give Lado both my kidneys if she asked for it. Can't even lie. So here, just duplicate the second layer and mask out our subject. You nest the max layer, then you move 10 frames forward and trim the bottom. Then just move the whole thing to the left side, make a cut on our mask. Then we head over to Effect Controls and find Turbulent Displace. At the beginning of our next set clip, start a keyframe on amount and size and change complexity to 6. Then you change amount to 500 and size to 100. Move to the end and change the amount to 0 and the size back to 100. Right click the last two keyframes and ease in. Premiere really just dunked on After Effects with this one, I can't even lie. If you want my freeze frame pack with a ton of crazy effects, the link is in the description and start making insane effects in like seconds. If this video helped you out at all, like the video so I know to drop more Premiere stuff, and subscribe if you want to make more insane effects in 2026. Toodles!